The family of two men, Sundar and Pawan, who've been arrested by the Delhi police, say that the Delhi police has framed two innocent men who were actually whistleblowers, who were good Samaritans, who raised the alarm and tried to stop the fight, and who are actually in a position to provide photographic evidence of the crime actually being committed. Joining us in the studio is the mother of Sundar and Pawan. Bimla Devi is with us in the studio. Also, Shalabh Gupta is their advocate who is representing them in this case that has left the family very distraught. I want to speak to Bimla Devi first. Bimla ji, हमें शुरू से पूरी कहानी बताइए कि क्या हुआ है अभी तक.
हम ऊपर 4 मंजिल मकान है, वहाँ खड़े थे तीनों माँ बेटा. तो वहाँ रोड़ा सुन के हम बाहर आए तो देखा कोई एक्सीडेंट हो गया. वहाँ मारपीट हो रही थी, वहाँ नहीं दिखाई दे रही थी एक्सीडेंट दिखा. मेरा बेटा बोला हम नीचे जाकर देखा हूँ माँ कैसा हल्ला हो रहा है. उन्होंने देखा तो कोई मारपीट नहीं थी, खत्म हो रही थी. मेरे बेटे ने पुलिस बुला दी कि रोड़ा नहीं रहेगा. पुलिस बुलाई तो रफा दफा हो गए थे. फिर उन्होंने एक हमारा पड़ोसी के सैन करवाए, 60-65 साल का आदमी है. फिर मेरे बेटे के करवाए, बोला बेटा तू भी कर दे, 2 बंदे के दिए हैं. फिर पवन ने सैन कर दिए तो उसको भी ले गए, उसको भी ले गए. तो वो तो छोड़ दिया और मेरा बेटा को नहीं छोड़ा.
उस दिन से क्या बात हुई है आपके बेटे से?
उस दिन से बात हुई मेरे बेटे से आज भी.
Shalabh Gupta, I want to come across to you now. What is the Delhi police telling you? Delhi police क्या बोल रहे हैं अभी तक?
Delhi police says,
what are they saying?
Delhi police says that there is a role of Pawan and Sundar also in the crime. We fail to understand what was their role in the crime. Actually, Sundar was the person who had informed the police that certain fight is going on. Sundar called up the police, he dialed 100 number, and thereafter on his request only the police came to the spot. What is the role of Sundar? We fail to understand. He took the photographs from his own mobile. The photographs were shared.
Have the photographs been shared with the Delhi police?
It has been shared. The photographs have been given to the Delhi police. Probably they may show the photographs, they may should not show the photograph, we don't know. But then the photographs have been shared with them. Thereafter, the police left, took Nido with him. No one returned thereafter. Our persons, Sundar and Pawan, came back to the home. But in the meantime, one settlement deed was got prepared. A sum of rupees 7,000 was paid to the shopkeeper whose glass was broken over there. 7,000 was paid to him. One deed in writing, it was taken. On that particular deed, Pawan signed as a witness.
Yes.
There was another witness also. He was a man around 65 years of age. We do not know his name.
And he has been let off. Apparently.
He has been let off. He has been let off. Yes. He has been let off. On 1st February, when the FIR got registered, some political pressure might be there. After the registration of FIR, Sundar and Pawan, they both were called to the police station. They joined the investigation. And they narrated all the facts. They narrated all the facts to the police. From 1st February 2014 till 4th February 2014, nothing was done. They were in the police station only. I do not know, I fail to understand as to how they can keep illegally, they can detain a person illegally without, their role being...
they were not let out of the police station.
They were not let out. They were in the lockup only. And Mataji also visited.
Where are they now?
They are in judicial custody right now, in Tihar.
Okay, I want to get in Maxwell Pereira, former Joint Commissioner of Police. Mr. Pereira, you've heard both the mother of both these men who are currently in judicial custody as well as the lawyer. How does this seem to you, sir? Apparently, these two men were witnesses. They've provided photographic evidence. They've signed as witnesses, in the FIR, in the statement that was first taken from there. And the family now alleges that they've been illegally detained from the 1st of February till the 4th of February. They say that no explanation was given. They were simply kept in lockup and now they've been put into judicial custody. Does this seem normal to you, sir?
Mr. Shivarur, the main thing is that the police have detained certain people on the basis of whatever evidence that has come forth. Now, whether that involvement is as a witness or as an accused is something that has to be perhaps, debatable or whatever, as the lawyer says. What stops the lawyer to, go to the court and claim his case? Why is he using the TV channel to promote his case? Number one. Number two, I think it is very unethical for a lawyer to do that. Number two, there is a version that has come to me which is not really entirely in tune with the version that is being stated by the ladies or by the lawyer.
Okay.
Now that is the fight actually took place on a particular day. There was a PCR call then, and then there is, the PCR comes, and PCR is the one that takes them to the police station.
Yes.
There are CCTV coverage. There is CCTV, coverage, clips of they being brought, of their presence in the police station. There are enough, whatever the initial investigation has taken place.
Yes.
There is evidence about the compromise. There is evidence about the victim having been, summoned and given in the hands of his local guardian and all that. And thereafter, the next day, next evening, he is brought dead to the All India Institute. Now, there is a certain, then the case is registered. The case is registered and the investigation is taken up. All that, what is material available is taken on record, and 6 people's involvement, the police, for whatever reasons, have come up with.
Okay,
let could be, as Mr. One second, let me finish that. Then there is an issue you also brought up about this, the High Court taking suo motu cognizance. Yes. Well and good. The basics of reporting need to know that the post-mortem is not conducted by the police, it is conducted by the doctor.
Absolutely, no doubt about that.
The viscera and the toxicology. Yes. Then how do you say that the High Court has indicted the police for a post-mortem report? The police has got no control.
No, they've only indicted them for the delay. They've only indicted them for the delay in that.
The delay is on the part of who?
Understood.
Please go into those details.
Understood.
Don't blame the police.
Let's just get Shalabh Gupta to respond to that.
I want to be very clear.
Shalabh Gupta, Maxwell Pereira says that this is something that should be taken up in court. So what is your next step?
See,
for both to you and Bimla ji ki आपका अगला कदम क्या होगा?
We have already filed a bail application yesterday itself.
Yes.
We have written all these things in the bail application itself. The bail application is listed tomorrow for hearing at 12:30. All these things will again be brought up before the court. See, the court has directed the police officials that once you say that there is a role of these 2 persons, you have to clearly say what are their role.
Yes.
But then no status report was filed by the police authorities. So a 2 days time was given by the Honorable Court to the police to file a status report in the case. So probably we'll be having the copy of that status report. We'll, on the basis of that particular status report, we'll be arguing the matter before the Honorable Court.
बिमला जी, दिल्ली पुलिस ने आपसे क्या कहा है? अभी तक आपसे क्या कहा है कि स्पेसिफिकली क्या हुआ है? दिल्ली पुलिस ने आपसे क्या कहा?
वो घर से मेरे बच्चों को लेके गए, थोड़े साइन करवाने हैं इनके, एक बार भेज दो, तो घंटा में वापिस आ जाएंगे, उनको नहीं आने दिया।
क्या उन्होंने आपको डिटेल में कुछ बोला है कि क्या हुआ है दिल्ली पुलिस ने आपसे?
नहीं, मेरे को तो यही बोला, बस मैं बच्चा लगे, फिर मैं गई वहाँ पुलिस स्टेशन, तो उन्होंने बोले बोला कल 2-4 दिन में छोड़ देंगे, रिपोर्ट आने दे। उन्होंने बताया नहीं। आज मैं वहाँ को गई, जेल में मिले तो मेरा बेटा बोला जो दुकान वाला पकड़ा है ना, उसको मार मार के और बोला मेरा नाम लगवाना है कि इन दोनों भैया का नाम ले दे।
Okay, so this is a question that requires further investigation. It's going to be taken up tomorrow in court, where there will be a bail hearing as well. But there are murky details coming out. Your point is well taken, Maxwell Pereira, about how this needs to go forward in court. All the procedures need to be gone through. There is evidence as well. But let's never forget that there's a family here that is completely distraught, and it says that its 2 sons are being framed innocent, and on the contrary, they were actually good Samaritans who were trying to actually bring everything to a close. We're going to have to leave it there only for the moment for paucity of time. Thanks Maxwell Pereira, Bimla Devi and Shalabh Gupta for joining us on this discussion. It was our intention to highlight this case because remember, awareness about the Northeast issue and the killing of Niro Taniyam has peaked in the Indian political landscape. But on the other hand, in a police lockup somewhere, these 2 men are currently rotting away, and they apparently may have had nothing to do with this entire crime. That's for a court to decide. Thanks for joining us on this show.